Nah, man. All right, hold up. Make sure we sound good. Make sure we don't sound like absolute hard R stupid people.
Well,
Which
par for the course.
R to the E to the stupid. Par for the course. The stupid. See, the ad gets me every time.
The fucking ad.
There needs to be a way.
We get chewed up by our own ad. It is, dude.
Yeah.
My ad is actually about vacation, so that's perfect.
Bro. 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 Hold on. Sorry, I'm channeling my inner Limp Bizkit fan. that's how I think all Limp Bizkit fans are. Just
Jesus.
But we sound great. You ready for a great episode? Because I'm ready for a great episode. Kick it!
Just are we live on TikTok right now?
Oh, we're live. We're live on TikTok, and shit ass is pissed off at you. But I'm not pissed off at you. You know why, baby? Because we're in motherfucking vacation mode. What's up, dicks and dickheads? Welcome to season 2, episode 8 of the Dickin' Around podcast. We've been taking the world by storm, and we're on vacation. So what's up? We're officially on vacation. Hell yeah. And we hope you're on vacation too, because we're going to be dicking around today. As always, like we always do. Usually live at 5, but right now we're live at 3:30 because vacation starts early. That's the way it goes around here. It's the way it fucking goes.
We just bend around Philbo's schedule. Let's be honest.
Yeah. I mean, when you look this good, come on. It's just the way that it fucking goes, man.
When you look like Tom Cruise from Risky Business with Down syndrome, right. Yeah. No, that's.
Hey, look, the Down syndrome goes hard around here.
Dude, the chromosomes are just flying wild.
They're out there in the air to catch and latch onto. So we got a lot. Go ahead. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I'm catching an extra 21 chromosome as we speak.
Okay, sweet. Yeah, I heard that laugh in the background. So anyway, no, so we got a lot to talk about, Josh. So why don't you hit us up, get the fucking party started. Let's go to vacation mode. It's fucking Friday afternoon, baby. Let's start. Let's hit it hard. Let's go hard like we always fucking do. Start us off right. What we drinking today? Yeah. Your thoughts?
Well, nothing special, but I'm gonna pour extra today. It's gonna be gin. Hang on, I forgot. I gotta dress it up a little bit.
Dress it up. Dress it up right.
So it's got
look at that gnome hat.
It's got ramming speeds
sweater on it. Oh, I need to check our email. I forgot I emailed him yesterday.
Dude, if we have a picture of that cock sweater, it's coming up today.
Thank you for reminding me, because that shit is nuts.
For vacation, we're going true blue, full throttle. America, rock flag and eagle.
He doesn't have it right now, but he says he's looking for it. So,
all right. Well, that's something that should be on the mantle in a shadow box, like
100%. Yeah, right next to it, right next to his war medals.
Yeah, and your friend's mom should have, like, she should validate it like PSA with fucking trading cards. Like,
should validate it.
This is graded at 9.5.
Right. This you see, this dick sweater is unlike any other ever because it's actually the only one ever knitted.
Right. Which raises the value.
Exactly. I don't know who the hell is crazy enough to do that, but I mean, heads off to his friend's mother in Minnesota in 1973 or whatever.
So, all right, so here we go. Let's kick this vacay off right. Here's a little gin and fucking energy drink for everybody. Everybody raise up, throw them up, motherfucker, throw them up, throw them up. Look, we're kicking it off right. We're gonna laugh about a bunch of shit today. It's gonna be a great fucking episode. Shit ass, it's good to see you, man. Sorry I haven't gotten back to you, but we'll talk soon. All the beautiful subscribers, all the okay followers that haven't subscribed, whatever. And everybody else that'll subscribe today, just know I'm taking shots for subscribers. But look, let's kick this shit off right. Let's get fucked up, get drunk, drop the edibles, drop the acid, whatever you got to do. Let's fucking dick around. Let's go.
God damn, that was clean. Let's fucking do it. All right, so you know what we're starting with today, Josh, right?
Animal Planet.
Fucking Animal Planet Showdown, the goddamn fight to the death. The reason being is because we've talked about this for like 3 weeks in a row and we still haven't gotten to it. So,
in our own style, yes.
Right, well, you know, it is what it is. Oh, I just realized something. Hold on. I'm gonna... No! I don't know why we have this playing again. I just realized,
Dude,
because...
that's my favorite part in episodes where we just get stomped on by our own soundings.
Well, I don't know why I did that because I forgot. Here's part of the issue. I went to this new multi-setup thing, and it has the screen in the background, so it's gonna be like kind of fucked up what we're doing, but it's not that big a deal.
Nice.
It is nice. You know what? It's pretty nice. I'm not really worried about it. So anyway, I'll get off of Streamlabs and we'll get to the fucking actual content that matters.
So just before we get into it, you did go live on TikTok, right? Because it told me it would be mad if we didn't.
I'm pretty sure we're live on TikTok. I mean, I did everything I was supposed to do.
Because I didn't get a notification or anything.
I don't know how it works, to be honest with you.
It just said like, go, like your stuff's trending now, so go live.
Saw that too, which that was the first time I've ever seen that. So
right, so we hyping, kid.
I guess we're on the hype train, baby.
We hyping, kid. I
guess we're on the motherfucking hype train. Yeah, I mean, I'm down for it. I don't know what we did to deserve it, but shit, I'm down for it. I gotta fucking yeah, I don't really know how it works. I hope we're live on TikTok. If we're not live on TikTok, we'll fucking figure it out and we'll do it again next time. I don't know. I'm not too worried about it. So we're gonna figure it out. Anyway, so look, there's a serious discussion we need to have. So this stemmed out. We had our own discussion about alligator versus grizzly bear. Josh went with grizzly bear. I went with alligator as long as it's in an aquatic setting. On land, grizzly bear 9 times out of 10. Josh begged to differ. I think he thinks the grizzly bear wins every time, which it's hard to argue with that. I still think the alligator's got a little bit of an edge. But
no, I didn't say every time, and I'll restate it. Ninja War. What is it?
Deadliest Warrior.
Deadliest Warrior, not American Ninja Warrior. We're not running on planks and doing the salmon ladder.
But there is salmon involved with the grizzly bear.
Which, by the way, yeah. But the actual salmon ladder, I feel like a gorilla would be better at.
Yeah, probably.
Just because they have functional thumbs, but
right.
Yeah, I don't know. Like the way I stated it, the alligator on land just can't. Like if the grizzly bear wants to engage, it's gonna win. Like it's more ferocious on land. It's bigger. Like
right.
The alligator, all it has is its mouth, and the chances of it tripping it with the tail inadvertently is slim to none because the bear, like most of the bear's movements are on all fours anyway.
Right.
So like he would just literally like kick back.
Right.
And I'm not talking about like a kung fu panda, but an actual grizzly bear. I don't know.
Yeah, kung fu panda 10 times out of 10 every fucking time. He just goes skadoosh and it's gone.
But there's a scenario where the grizzly bear gets caught by the alligator. And so
100%.
Like 1 or 2, like 10 or 20% of the time. Let's do Deadliest Warrior style. Out of 1,000, okay. I'd say that the grizzly bear on land beats the alligator 882 times.
Okay. Okay.
And in the water, I think there's less fatalities in the water because I don't think the alligator would actually engage after it got bit or slashed a few times.
Right.
But I also think that they would both come away very injured, and the grizzly bear would die more than the alligator would afterwards.
Fair enough. Here's how I'm thinking about it. Right. So I think the alligator's still gonna fuck them up, in the water at least. So. That's just me. And I think it's more like 5 times out of 10. I think the grizzly bear definitely has a chance. I agree with you, less fatalities. But
a 900-pound grizzly bear isn't going to get floundered around like me. Like an alligator grabs me and does a death roll, I'm fucking done.
But if that alligator hits the juggler, it's over. It's literally over.
That's true. But I mean, it is 10 feet tall. So
yeah, but sometimes so is the alligator.
Right, and if you're talking about like a really like big alligator, like
I'm talking about a really big alligator, like the stuff of nightmares.
Well, that's
the stuff that eats middle-aged women walking their Yorkies in Florida.
I'm not saying that they're not ferocious, but at the same time, a grizzly bear also thinks Like they actually like assess situations where an alligator does not.
Right. Well,
So
a grizzly bear is a mammal. That's why it has a more developed brain. It's a true story.
oh, you mean an alligator is not a mammal?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Might be important info to know for the Animal Planet Showdown.
Anyway, we're not talking about that. Our first matchup is. Hang on, I'll do the UFC build up when they're doing the tail of the tape. The ha ha bah, bah, ha ha, like it's like the gladiator music entering the ring. So the silverback, 500 pounds, stands 5'11", bite force.
Hold on. Hold on. Oh, there we go. If I mute, that should okay. Now I figured it out. Sorry, I couldn't figure out why I was still playing the music. All right, go ahead. Do it again.
All right. So you took it away from me, but so you go down the stats because I can't see it.
Oh, it's down. It's there. It's okay. So silverback gorilla weighs in at 500 pounds, 5'11". You know, it's a tall male. Bite force of 1,300 psi and the strength of 4,409 pounds. Now I don't remember the strength stat, like how that was factored in exactly. That's like the bite force. No, that's not the bite force. That's just like pure strength somehow. I didn't quite remember how that was calculated.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's just like a swipe or a hit would
Gotcha.
be like that's in probably pounds. It's probably PSI too, or just like you can measure your strength if like your lateral strength if you actually like press down on a scale like this.
Right.
Like it'll measure how much. But I'm assuming this is like strike force strength. So like when they actually take a swipe, that's what they're delivering.
That would make sense. Yeah.
So, I mean, when you look at this, I mean, the height and the bite force, they're negligible. They're pretty much even. But what you have to think about is the actual, like, the size of the bear versus the strength of the silverback. So, I'll let you take this one. Who are you taking on this one?
Despite the stats here that are in front of my face, because the grizzly bear, 900 pounds, 10 feet tall, 1250 psi bite force, and 1102 strength. So, let me bring it back to just us because we're the most important people here. What I don't understand is how the gorilla is supposed to have higher stats than the grizzly bear. Because now, granted, a gorilla is a fucking goddamn machine of an animal. Like, it's fucking ridiculous what that thing can do. Don't get me wrong. But also a grizzly bear, and that's the thing, a 900-pound grizzly bear is like not nowhere near a fully grown grizzly bear. Like those things could easily weigh up to a ton. Like they can get to 2,000 pounds or heavier. So maybe for this exact stat, maybe it would be more of a tie. But here's the other thing too. I think the silverback would retreat. Like it would maybe get in a couple of blows and then it would just like retreat. Now if we're talking like 12 rounds in the ring and it's forced to stay there and it can't escape the situation, I mean, I think the bear's still going to win. The bear is just, I think, way more deadly. It has claws.
Okay.
It actually knows how to tear meat because gorillas are vegetarians, is the other thing.
So let's make some rules real quick. So let's say there's two different scenarios. One scenario, it is there's some little baby gorillas that the silverback's protecting, and then vice versa. There's some bear cubs that the grizzly is protecting. It's like
like an episode of Family Matters. Got it.
Right.
Did I do that?
Don't do impressions. But,
threatened. Okay, gotcha. Understandable.
But
I feel like everybody's got a Steve Urkel though. I mean, come on.
Did I do that?
That's pretty spot on. It's pretty spot on.
Anyway, so like my first take, the grizzly bear, if it's protecting its cubs, let's say it's a big old mama grizzly.
Right.
And there's a big silverback gorilla that for some reason just wants to like ragdoll the cubs against a tree. But then,
for fun.
Personally, like, so bears are way more defensive than most like forest mammals. Like they will protect their shit and they really won't, they'll stand their ground. They won't try and retreat and get their kids out of there unless they feel like it's going to go south. But,
right.
The silverback comes at it and I think it takes a couple blows, but at the same time, like unless they're direct like neck shots, I don't think the gorilla is phased by it. I think the gorilla grabs it by the haunches and just fucking brings it in and just fucking whomps the shit out of it. Because most of the free time that gorillas have is either spent napping or wrestling each other.
Right.
And like they're well versed in the art of wrestling. And I think with just with their grip strength, like that fucking thing could just take like a boulder and just crush it in its fucking hand. Like
Right.
once it's kind of like Mike Tyson. Like once you let him in the pocket, that's fucking it, kid. Like you let it in the pocket, this thing's giving you fucking rib shots. Thing breaks your fucking leg. Like like the bear at that point isn't vigilant enough. It's not quick enough to evade whatever once the gorilla gets a hold of you, that's fucking it. Like the the cubs be damned. Like if the mama grizzly survives, she's gonna fucking limp as quick as she can away. But
see, I just disagree with you on that because I think that grizzly's got that. I mean, literally, like the 1-2 punch from a grizzly, dude, that's gonna fucking hurt. Like, and it's got the claws. It's gonna tear flesh. It's like I said, grizzly bears are omnivores, so they actually eat meat, unlike the gorillas. So like they know how to fucking get in there and do damage. I feel like the gorilla's gonna be your fucking Mike Tyson, but that can only do so much against a fucking 2-ton machine of nature. I'm going grizzly bear on this one.
We're going stats, and the stats say 900 pounds. And
the stats, even 900 pounds, I still think it's gonna win.
But even with the sheer strength difference, man, like 400 pounds is negligible. Like if you're that much stronger than your opponent, and like even if they're twice your size, you can still fuck them.
Well, it's not. See, I think you're thinking in the terms of like humans too much, because like 200 pounds, like 400 pounds on a grizzly bear, that's 400 pounds of fat and protection. It's kind of like like the gladiators in ancient Rome. What's up? We got a motherfucking sub? We got a sub. You gotta take a shot.
Oh,
One chill mofo.
One chill mofo. You
he resubscribed.
Shit ass.
He's got money in the bank. Shawty, watch out.
Shawty, watch out.
He's like, fucking take a shot. So what was I saying?
Here's a shot for you, Sea-Dog. Cheers, buddy.
So, but like it's an extra layer of like fat and protection that's like, now granted, I guess a lot of the strikes from the gorilla are going to be blunt force, so like I don't know how that's really going to factor into the overall body composition on the grizzly bear.
Yeah.
But that extra weight is like, that's more like, that's just armor, you know what I'm saying? Like that's just, it can just sit there and take it. Like there's no such thing as a fucking liver shot on a grizzly bear when it's 3 times the size. Hell yeah.
I don't know, man. Shot. Everybody else, you saw that. Fucking subscribe and shit. Look.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know how we're handling the TikTok. We got to figure that out. But if we're adding followers on TikTok, I guess we'll take shots for that too. I don't know. I'm on vacation, so
Josh will just be passed out on the floor, and I'll do the rest of the episode.
We'll go to the fucking loony bin.
We'll fucking make it work.
The more we talk about the bears and the silverback, I feel like I should take a shot or at least pour a little out. R.I.P. Harambe. Never forget.
R.I.P. Harambe. Dude, honestly, look, this is just water. Okay, pouring one out for Harambe, right under the carpet.
I poured one down my gullet for Harambe. You were done wrong, kid. But I honestly think they should have, instead of shooting him, they should have tried to tranquilize him, and then as his punishment, he has to fight to the death against a grizzly bear. And I think he would have won. I'm taking the grizzly bear side. I mean, not the grizzly bear. I'm taking Harambe's side. Harambe would have fucked a grizzly bear up.
We also have to think about, so from a stamina standpoint, okay, like I feel like a grizzly bear is definitely going to tire out first. I feel like they're not necessarily ambush predators, but like, you know, when they sit there fishing for salmon, they're just kind of like, you know, opportunistic, you know, I feel like is a better way to put it. But the gorilla, I don't know, the gorillas are vegetarians, man. Like, I don't know how else to fucking put it. I don't know how that's gonna go over.
I don't think that has anything to do with anything.
That has a lot to do with anything. They don't know how to take a bite. They don't know how to eat flesh. Like, you know.
That's what I'm saying. Like, one of my favorite UFC fighters of all time is a fucking vegan, but we don't hold that against him because he was a fucking champion for 2 years.
Yeah, well, it's different because that's a human being.
Right. But here's the thing. Like,
we should have held that against him, by the way.
But gorillas do kill. Like they kill animals.
Yeah,
they're very territorial.
Yeah, they are.
And,
that is true.
Like, but they just leave them to rot. They don't eat them.
Right.
Have you seen the goddamn fangs on those things? Like,
well, we just saw it in that picture. That shit's ridiculous. It's fucking
crazy,
nuts.
Dude. Like,
yeah.
I mean,
It is crazy.
They're definitely in the top 10 animals I don't want to get bit by.
Right. Top 10 animals I don't want to give it. Fucking. Well, so here's the other thing. So we've just grazed the surface of this because we still got zombie cicadas to talk about. Zombie, like, fuckboy cicadas or whatever. And we also got, we got to talk about, like, sharks versus alligators. We got to talk about, like, you know, fucking snakes and shit, you know, like I don't like the one of the age old question, right, is like mongoose versus cobra because they do that in India and the mongooses always win because they're immune to the cobra venom. But like
Right.
we got some crazy matchups, like a fucking rhino versus a grizzly bear. That shit's fucking like a 2 ton. I don't know how big do fucking rhinos weigh.
I don't know. And look, I get where you're going with it, but I would also I would put a hippo versus it. Like the hippos
a hippo versus a rhino.
Crazier.
No, hippos are fucking nuts. Yeah, so hippos can weigh just as much as a grizzly bear. I mean, rhinos can weigh just as much as a grizzly bear. They're 1320 to 2090 pounds. But I'm pretty sure hippos get even bigger than that.
Yeah, hippos get bigger than that, but they're also extremely aggressive.
Holy fuck, 3,000 pounds. Jesus Christ.
And their bite force is crazy. Have you seen them have you seen them feed it? Like they throw the watermelon at them and the watermelon just goes, and then they just swallow it.
Right.
Like, no, it's fucking insane. Like
it is fucking
They
insane.
Also like the fuck. What do they call them? The bull. They're bulls, right? Like they're
males. Same. Like they're basically like cows. So like the bulls are the males,
they're
and
like African water cows.
Dude, yeah,
they're giant.
They're fucking ridiculous.
But dude. Look, and I'm gonna use your own terms against you. They're also they're also herbivores. So they don't eat meat.
Yeah,
but they will fuck you up. Like like Mike Tyson said, they will fuck you until you love them. And they're not scared of you. Like they know, like there's only like 2 animals they won't fuck with, and one of them is
elephant.
An elephant.
Yeah.
Because there's no way. Which, by the way, I'm glad we're on the Animal Planet thing. I watched a good video of it was awesome. There was a baby elephant, an elephant calf or whatever, and a big bull elephant. It wasn't even a mama, a big bull elephant, and they were drinking from this little like, I don't know, like watering hole or whatever. It was just basically like a little swampy area in the Sahara, but or wherever the fuck it was. But then there's this giant alligator in it, and I can tell you who wins there. The bull elephant that weighs like 10 metric tons.
Yeah. At some point, weight just overcomes everything else.
Yeah, it was great though. Like the alligator was going after the calf, and it like got a hold of its leg a little bit, and then the bull elephant turns around and just starts stomping, and then like the alligator's like scurrying.
Yeah, it's like fucking
it's definitely hurt. Like,
yeah,
it's hurt. It's trying to get away, and he grabs him with the trunk and just like whips him against the ground a couple times.
He's like, no, bad alligator.
And then he turns around and does like the finishing back stomp on his head. Dude. I was like, all right, so don't fuck with an elephant ever.
That's fucking gnarly, man. It's fucking gnarly.
In the deadliest animal warrior, the elephant, against anything but a human, probably wins.
I'll tell you what, too. I saw this crazy fucking documentary. Where a jaguar in the jungle will hunt caiman, which is the Amazon equivalent of a crocodile.
Yeah, 100%.
Which is just fucking nuts. And to watch the clip where it goes into the water and is just swimming around in the muddy fucking water, waits to step on a caiman because that's the only way it knows that it's fucking there, and then it just lunges in, grabs it, and comes out of the water with like a 7-foot caiman. And I'm like, what the fuck just happened?
Dude, cats are wild, man. Like
they're fucking nuts.
Have you ever seen what the jaguars do? Jaguars fucking like they'll like there's a little muddy bank above a river, and they'll see alligators coming, and they'll like use their tail or their paw, and they'll like move around because like the caiman and the crocodiles, they like to launch up out of the water and grab small stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
And they'll wait, but there's like 2 of them lying in next to the bank, and then like the caiman or the crocodile just jump up out of the water and they'll go and like grab it and fucking scoop it, and then just like both of them will bite the fuck out of it. Like, dude, it's the gnarliest thing because you would think like a cat would be afraid of that, but that's one of their main. That's Sunday dinner, kids.
Yeah, that's fucking insane. It is crazy too because if you look at like if you've ever looked online and like at like cat, like if you've looked up a picture of like a wild cat, like a house cat sized cat, like in Europe or something, they're like 40 fucking pounds, and they're just like these massive fucking cats, and they're just you're just like, what the fuck?
But they're like savanna cats. But
I don't know. I think there's a couple different ones because I know
there's different ones because I knew someone that like one of their family members had it, and they were showing me pictures of it. I was like, no fucking way! Like that thing's not coming to my fucking house.
Right?
It's like
that would eat your dogs.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's literally like the size of Massey, but it weighs 40 pounds.
Right.
And like it's the size of my pit bull, but at the same time, that thing can like jump on top of the house without skipping a beat.
Exactly.
And just wait on you.
Yeah, like, dude. It would fuck you up in a heartbeat.
It's not. What was that?
Intro to getting a Savannah cat, I guess. Yeah. First, you have to bribe several federal officials. Oh shit, he's actually trying to get one because I think they're an endangered species too. So you have to like jump through all these hoops.
Well, see, they're kind of like there's Malamutes that you can get. It's the big husky, but it's but you can get them like I think there's like 4 different steps to a Malamute because I had a Malamute and it was I think like step 3. It's like 3 generations from a white wolf.
Okay.
But, like it's illegal I think to have the step 1, which is like 1 removed, which is literally
it's a wolf dog.
Yeah, it's half wolf.
Right.
And then you go down to a quarter, then a 16th, or an eighth, then a 16th. But and they get more and more tame and a little smaller, whatever. But I think the Savannah cats are the same way. Like there's different grades of them. Because if you get the one, like it's like walking into the house is like they might be hunting you. Like if it doesn't greet you when you come in, just grab the shotgun and get ready. It's not gonna stop.
It's gonna be driving a rhinoceros right towards your house. You're gonna have to drop that motherfucker.
Right, it's gonna turn into Ark Survival. He just rides a pterodactyl at you.
Exactly. Just like, and you're just like, all right, Tony the T-Rex, let's go. Right. The fucking cat is bringing back the hunt for the day.
Or more realistically, it's just trained your pit bull and it's riding it around the house like a cowboy.
Right.
Like
exactly.
And the pit bull already knows, like Massey already knows, I better attack or this thing's going to slit my throat.
Yeah. I've got one chance here. And if I fuck up, I'm dead. Yeah. My animals go away to get one. Yeah. Yeah. Because it might eat your other animals. You gotta be careful.
It will eat the other.
It'll be digging in the fishbowl. I've seen that. Yeah. It's funny. Like it is funny to me. Cats are like fucking nuts. Like they will not stop. They will legitimately eat your goldfish because they're like, fuck it.
Yeah. No, there's the old Dane Cook sketch where it's like, you know what I've always wanted? A fucking monkey. It's like, but I want a monkey that's like rabid, like I give it rabies, and it's also trained in karate. You've
got a thing for like wayward fan bases because you're the only person in 2024 who listens to Limp Bizkit, and you're the only person who's out here holding a candle for Dane Cook.
Look, Dane Cook did what he did, but he had some good original material. But his whole thing was like, yeah, I give it rabies, and I have it. It's almost like Grandma's Boy. Like I have it trained in ninjutsu, and then so every day when I come home, all the lights are off, and I just have to go, monkey,
right,
monkey, and then he comes out in a gi and tries to slit my throat, and then we wrestle and laugh and have a drink and a cigar.
Love that. Is he still alive? I have no idea. He made that one Employee of the Month movie and then he fucked off. So I don't know where the hell he's like.
He came out with a new special last year.
Yeah, he was found in Jay-Z's basement, or not Jay-Z, Sean Combs' basement, P. Diddy's basement.
He's hanging out with Exhibit right now.
Him and Limp Bizkit and Exhibit are all hanging out together.
Right, and Drowning Pool.
It's like they're all actually, it's like in Futurama where they have the heads of like Richard Nixon and like the other famous people. Like they just end up and like completely, and they're like that, but they're just in their own section of completely forgotten famous people.
Right. There's the museum of people who should never have been famous.
Dude, fuck the Dick Hall of Fame. That's what we need to start on this show. Museum of people who should never have been famous. Like that Tekashi 6ix9ine would be the first.
Tekashi 6ix9ine. MGK.
Yeah. Taylor Swift. Hot take.
What was the other guy that oh fuck. the guy that we shit on. Oh wait, that's everybody.
We should. I was gonna say, Carlton. No.
Carlton, your thoughts?
Woo. All right, sorry. Anyway, Carlton, I love you, buddy.
He's been supplying me with some daily Bible verses.
That's what I thought.
So.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
He's. It's almost like therapy. It's like free therapy.
Yeah, it's been there for thousands of years.
Right. Exactly.
Well,
so yes, Jesus has been there for thousands of years. One chill mode.
Over 2,000.
So, but yeah, I think besides the fact that you just brought up a Dane Cook reference, I think we're doing pretty good so far. What other animals we got to talk? We got so shark and alligator. We talked about this one for a little bit. Open ocean shark, 100%. The alligator. You talked about this too. Like the alligator has a very specific like angle of attack where they're ambush predators. Like but you're not gonna get anything past the shark. The shark's gonna fuck up the alligator 9 times out of 10, unless the shark is like coming to the watering hole. It's gathering with like the wildebeest and the elephants.
Right.
Like maybe then the alligator will fuck it up.
Yeah, because it's like half sticking out of the water because its body's touching
right.
the bottom.
Exactly. Yeah. Because the shark can't breathe. That's why the alligator's gonna win.
It's gonna have to develop a breathing apparatus to come up into the savannah,
right. Exactly,
to actually attack the crocodiles. Which, by the way, alligators. I mean, those are mostly North American, right?
The alligators are mostly So the alligators are almost exclusively in North America. And then the crocodiles
the crocodiles, the caimans, and then all those. There's a couple weird subspecies like with different names, but those are mostly African,
right?
And Australian. Which so let's say Australia is the place that has both of these things. So the great white versus the Australian crocodile.
Right, exactly.
Which crocodiles aren't as big as alligators,
right? No, they're not. Well, here's the thing. Oh, sorry. I think we fucked something up on TikTok.
Because
sorry, I'm trying. Well, it says it went live for like 20 seconds. I don't know why it only went live for 20 seconds. So anyway, sorry. You keep talking. I'm gonna try to figure it out.
But yeah, so I don't know, man. We're pitting animals that would never see each other in the wild. Like an alligator would never see a fucking great white shark. But
right.
there's some cool matchups where videos are out there though. Like fucking like the panther versus the grizzly bear. That's a real thing. And that's a real.
I think the panther would win, dude. The panther's gonna fucking win that.
You think so, but at the same time, the panther is also like they're more vigilant, so they'll get in and out. Like they're not looking for they're looking for easy kills. They're not looking for like to die. So they're
true.
More of a
ambush style.
Yeah, they're more of a prey on smaller things that can't really hurt them. Now, as badass as they are, they can hold their own. I mean, a fucking 400-pound panther, like, yeah, that thing could just jump 30 feet down from a cliff and land on the grizzly bear and tear its ass up.
Right, exactly.
But at the same, it's kind of like what I was talking about with the gorilla. Is like the bear can overwhelm the panther. It can literally lay on it and just shred its face off. Like.
Right.
It'll just bite its neck while it's pulling its head off of its body.
Right, exactly.
That's worst case scenario for the panther. Like the panther's in and out.
Yeah, exactly. The panther, dude. It will be in and out regardless. But I mean, I like watching the jaguar, which is pretty fucking close to a panther. Now, I think the panther is closer to a mountain lion, right? Like a cougar.
No,
is a mountain lion?
A panther is much larger.
Okay. But yeah, I mean,
much larger. Like a mountain lion, it's pretty big. Like compared to, let's say, like a bobcat. A bobcat's like 30 or 40 pounds.
Right. A bobcat's like a scarier version of the European cats we were talking about.
Yeah,
the Savannah cats or whatever.
Dude, have you ever dealt with bobcats in a wild setting?
Well, I know they sound like babies screaming or something.
No, they sound like men screaming.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking weird.
And they do this call, but at the same time, man, I'll tell a story real quick. I was up in Stone Mountain, which you're familiar with. I took a trip with my.
Yes, I am.
I took a trip with my buddy and his dad, and I took my dad's NV goggles. That's night vision for the layperson. And we hiked like 2 miles up, and we stayed at this little clearing. It was near a cave, and I was up late at night with my buddy, and we drank a few beers, but we weren't drunk. Like, this isn't a drunken experience, thank God, because we were ready for it. But like, it was a big clearing, and I was using the NV, and I just see like eyes, and there's like six different sets of eyes, and they're the only things glowing in the field. And I was like,
Love that.
oh fuck. I was like, I'm not gonna dox him, but I was like, Mr. Kevin, can you wake up, please? Because like I didn't have a gun. My buddy didn't have a gun. I think we were like 18 or 19, but um he had his God, a 357 or something. He said he always keeps it around for bears or whatever.
Right.
But I was like, break it out, because we might be hunted here in a minute. Like, I don't know what's about to happen. And he was like, what are you talking about? And I just handed him the NVs, and he looked, he was like, all right, everybody in the tent right now. It's like,
Love
all
that.
right. And then we just, we watched them. Like, we got the flashlights out to kind of deter them, and got the flashlights out. And it was a little pack of fucking bobcats. And they were like, I think if we didn't do that, if we didn't warn them, they were coming for us. But usually the way that they hunt is, and it's an old wives' tale that they hunt people, which they actually don't. Like,
Yeah, I was gonna say the bobcats. I don't think they would.
Well, that's the wives' tale. Is that's how they single people out? Is because their weird shriek. It sounds like a woman screaming, so it sounds like a woman in distress. So someone's going to come help, and then they just jump on you.
Right, 100%.
Realistically, that's just unfortunately the sound that they make. It really has, other than communication with each other, it has nothing to do with their hunting, because they're silent hunters. Like, they hunt at night.
Right.
But I remember thinking, like, that's probably in my top 10 of like scariest moments I've ever had. Is like, dude, there's no way we come out of this unscathed. Like, we can't outrun them. Like,
right.
If they want to come over here, we might
We're
win,
fucked.
we might not. I don't know what's going to happen.
Exactly.
But there's 6 of them. I've counted 12 eyes. Like, there's 6 of them. And
that's funny.
If they come this way, I don't. Do we offer them a beer? I don't know. Like, what do we do?
Offer them a beer. Yeah. Well, what's up, guys? It turns out they're all Mater bobcats. They're like, oh, Miller Lite's all we needed.
Right.
Which, by the way, rip to Mater. That's kind of the reason why we're in vacation mode right now, is because we're going to the cabin, and we've done a really, really, really fucking good job about not talking about it this year. Yeah, we have. Are you kidding me? We've like only talked about it for like collectively like maybe 30 minutes in the last like year. We've done a really good job.
No,
I'm really proud of us.
Where we looked at the cabin.
Yeah,
but,
yeah, but that was last year. Well, actually, I guess it could have. I guess it had to have been this year, because I don't even think we were looking at it last year. So,
in season 2, we've done a really good job.
Yeah, let's rephrase that. So, but here's the thing: we are going to the cabin. We're going to the cabin starting on Sunday, so we'll be going live from the cabin a few times. We'll be fucking around. We'll be dicking around. Most definitely not at the same time, because it's just dudes. So we'll just be hanging out most of the time. But we are gonna go live from the cabin a little bit. We'll be playing some games, watching some shit, being in the hot tub, being weird, being stupid. That's what we're gonna be doing. So we get like some extra bonus content for all the fans. Josh and I are throwing around the idea of doing a full extra episode on like Wednesday or Thursday or something, and then coming home and doing one on Friday, like as usually scheduled. So we're gonna have a great fucking lineup for you, and that's why we're in vacation mode, and we want everybody to fucking, even if you can't take vacation, you're not financially in a position to do it, that's fine. We want you to dick around with us, be our friends, be our family, hang out with us, and have a good time. So
yeah,
it's gonna be fucking
you'll
fantastic.
get to meet some characters that we've spoken about too.
Unfortunately, Mater won't be there, but we will have a mobile memorial for him.
Oh, don't worry, they've met him before.
Yeah. Everybody's met Mater.
Everybody's met Mater, but you get to meet Gator, you get to meet Cooter, you get to meet Badger,
you get to meet Slater.
Slater.
Yeah.
I mean, all the Aters will be there except for Mater.
Yeah.
But
unfortunately,
but we're setting up a candlelight vigil for him.
Yeah.
Like his own tribute.
Unfortunately, it'll be in Tennessee, so you guys can't attend in person. But
dude, what we should do.
There's a lot of things we should do.
Well, kind of like at the funeral at the at the service we attended.
21 gun salute.
Well, that can be arranged. But no, like next to the hot tub, like we find a way to actually put like a rifle upside down with the helmet on it.
That would be a good idea. Yeah, we could do it in the boots. As long as we do it in the boots, you know, I'm sure somebody would sacrifice their rifle for it. No, if you do it properly, we put the rifle in the hot tub.
But see, the problem is I don't.
But
think,
the problem is you piss in the hot tub, so the rifle's gonna get corroded real fast.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's not gonna be my rifle. But
we trick somebody else into putting their rifle in the hot tub.
There's not enough gun oil in the world. But no, R.I.P. Mater. He wants to be there. He'll be there with us in spirit. I sent him the picture of his memorial, and if you want to bring that up, I can send it to you. But it's gonna be a real good time. But R.I.P. Mater.
It's gonna be a good time, and unfortunately, buddy, we're gonna miss you. But we're going to the motherfucking cabin, baby. Yeah, we're in vacation mode, son. So I'm excited about that. If you can't tell,
I can.
Are you sure you can tell?
I can tell. Here, I'll send the vigil.
Exactly. Yeah, but let me bring that up over here.
If you want to bring that up, and we'll play like In the Arms of the Angels.
In the arms of...
Fly away from here.
Hold on, I don't know how it's gonna work. You know how bad we are with the audio on YouTube, but let's give it a shot.
Yeah, fair enough.
I'll just have to bring you down and then bring.
Did you fix the TikTok thing?
I don't see. I think it's actually still live. I just don't have any visibility on it, so we're just gonna pretend like we're live on it. So that's really all we can do at this point. But here's.
Somebody needs to give us a heads up. Are we live on TikTok? If we're not, we need.
I asked John to look into it already. He's earning his $3 right now. So, let's see. I'm gonna bring you down though real quick so we can have a proper send off for Mater. Okay. All right. You're real quiet now. You're whispering. Let's see. Property. Oh nope, that's the wrong button. Nope. I keep hitting Josh. I'm sorry. I just keep hitting the wrong button because I'm a grade A stupid person. All right, let's give this a shot. Here we go. In the Arms of an Angel. Sarah McLachlan. Yep. Oh, it's muted. I was like, it's not playing. We'll get there. Oh. Come on. How long does it take to get to the fucking chorus here? Jesus Christ. Oh, here it is. Every time. I muted it. It still did it. I don't know what the fuck. Sorry, Mater. Lost, but not forgotten, my friend. Alright, that's enough of that.
Did you not bring up the graphic?
I did. It just takes you're on a delay, so you'll see it in a second. Also I gotta bring you all the way back up. Bam, there you go. Now we can hear you. Hold on, don't say anything yet though. Alright, now you can talk.
Dude.
Dude.
That was funny. We gotta clip that.
We gotta pour one out for Mater on that. Sorry, buddy.
We gotta clip that.
Oh, it's getting clipped. So yeah, dude. We're going to vacation mode. Rip to Mater, obviously. I'm sorry, buddy. Don't know what to tell you. But the good news is we got more fucking show today. We got more content we gotta talk about. So let's naturally go into this kind of folds into the Animal Planet Showdown thing. Let's talk about these cicadas, which I gotta read. The title of this is just fucking ridiculous. Okay, here we go. So
the actual article is ridiculous too.
Okay, hold on. So the article, the title of the article, from them, I don't know if that's a magazine, a blog, whatever. So Alex Jones is. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna read the article. I'm just gonna read the article title. A sexually transmitted fungus is making trillions of cicadas hypersexual and gay.
Oh, roast.
Now here's the thing. I don't know what this is. Okay, so hold on. There's a spin to this, and we don't like to make social commentary very often, but I believe this is a now the more that I look at this and like the way that they've subtitled this, I think it's like supposed to be a like an LGBTQ website, and that's totally
it 100% is.
And that's totally fine. Nothing wrong with that. I just think it's interesting how the subtitle to this is "Wishing a wonderfully chaotic queer spring to all cicadas." I don't think there's nothing. If the cicadas want to bat for the same team, I'm not here to stop them. That's totally their choice as a cicada. Totally, whatever. However, I don't think that this fungus is necessarily beneficial. And it's funny because the entire article literally just goes on to describe how this is extremely devastating for the cicada population and like really fucks them up. So I don't really know, like, Josh, your thoughts, because you know about this article, and I'm honestly like at a loss for words right now because this is very interesting to me, and I don't even know how to describe this.
So it's basically them cheering them on, like, "You go, girlfriend!" Like,
right? It's just like, again, if it was their choice, sure, but it's literally like an undead like zombie.
So you think it's a choice,
right?
Joey, your thoughts?
No, look, I mean, in this specific case, the cicadas were not born this way.
No, they weren't. And it's so basically the story that came out that I read like a month ago is they're calling it like cicada apocalypse, like
Cicada-geddon, yeah.
Cicada-geddon, yeah. I saw cicada apocalypse, but
yeah.
it's like North America and South America is going to see like the highest population of cicadas that we've seen in like 200 years. It's basically like a plague on the fucking Egypt,
right? Exactly.
And it's going to be bad. But to make matters worse,
it's not going to be good.
It's not going to be good. To make matters worse, they're now infected with a certain fungus that takes over their reproductive organs that makes them sex fiends. Like they're not actually homosexual. They're omnisexual. They'll have sex with a tree. Like they have to have sex all the time. But it's also it's mainly affecting male cicada, and the male cicada will actually like do the mating call of a female cicada. Right. So a male cicada will come and mate with it. So it is then in turn, it has the fungus.
Right.
And it's like the flood from Halo. Like it's just like it's taking over everything.
Yeah. It's pretty wild.
It's not a choice that they have. It's almost like a brain slug from Futurama where they're just being told what to do by a fungus on them.
Right.
And I don't know that joking about them being queer or like
I don't know because here's the thing about that, because there's real examples.
I'm surprised that there wasn't a picture of like one of them holding a rainbow flag. Like,
but that's what drives me crazy, because there are real examples. Like there's fish that, depending on their life cycle, begin as females and then transition into males. Like there's all kinds of examples in nature of queer and LGBT plus whatever, like that you can actually go and say like this is a good thing, like this is cool, this happens in nature. But this is like the fungus that like turns the ants into zombies. It's just with sex instead of murder. So it's like I don't understand what the angle is. This is the funniest fucking story I've ever read. Like I feel like it's very contrary to what they're actually trying to say, but whatever.
Well, it's almost like, I don't know if you remember a few years ago, like 3 or 4 years ago, the same, or maybe it was a little bit longer than that, maybe 5 or 6, but there was a fungus or a bacteria that they were affecting deer. They were calling them like zombie deer.
Well, that's when isn't that when they get, they call it like wasting or something? Isn't that what that's called?
Yeah, it was basically, but the conspiracy theorists were saying, it's the beginning of the zombie outbreak. But at the
conspiracy theorists were like, the reason why we have that slasher Bambi movie coming up is because of the eclipse and QAnon, and it's all connected. Right. Okay, it's like Charlie on the board. You just see slasher Bambi and the eclipse on the board somewhere. Oh God.
What was his name? What was on the Charlie board?
Pepe Sylvia. Pepe Sylvia.
Pepe Sylvia. He's like, and I went to HR. Karen. Guess what? There is no Karen. And it all comes back to Pepe Sylvia.
You mean like, Pennsylvania?
He's like, Charlie, all these people are very real, and they've been really pissed because they're not getting their mail.
Oh God, anyway, that shit's hilarious.
It's hilarious. But no, I remember the zombie dude, like they were becoming like aggressive, like it was affecting their brain function. Like they would actually come into, a populated area and attack people.
Right.
And like it was almost like rabies, but it was a different, like unknown at the time bacteria that they were dealing with. And but they were saying that they had died, like hunters had shot them and they were reanimated, coming back for the flesh of humans. I'm like, that's a bit far-fetched, but okay.
That's not like Skinwalker shit. They're like the deers are dead and they're getting the revenge.
I'm just saying, like, some people would be afraid of that. I'd just shoot them with a Grendel. Like, right. I mean, if they're standing outside and looking weird, I'll just shoot them. Like, I don't.
Right. There is that.
They don't have thumbs, like, and they're not strong enough to get through my front door. So
I don't know. Have you seen the Bambi trailer? He goes fucking hard, dude. Did you know that's a thing? Did you know that they're coming out with that Bambi movie?
No, I've been almost clicking on the Pooh movie, but
the Pooh was from a few years ago, though.
Yeah, but I still haven't watched that. I don't know why I'm being so skittish around it, but like I don't know, like. I would never be scared of it.
Well, obviously not, but it's a spoof movie is the point.
I know it is.
There's also one that's supposed to be coming out this year that's called Mickey's Mousetrap, because Steamboat Willie has now officially gone into the public domain.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so they're gonna really do some crazy shit there.
Isn't that like supposedly the most racist piece of cartoon ever made?
I don't know. I don't know about the most racist. I'm pretty sure there's some more racist shit we could find out there. I'm sure there's an animated version of like Triumph of the Will or something.
Well, no, I mean like the original Elmer Fudd was pretty bad.
Yeah, well, a lot of it was pretty bad up until about, I don't know when they stopped being so racist. I don't know, was it like the 50s or something? The 60s somewhere.
Elmer Fudd was essentially one of the what do you call those things? The like the little racist black caricatures that you get that we're all eating watermelon.
Not like marionettes. It starts with an M, though.
They're like Shambos or something, like Sambos. They were called Sambos.
That doesn't sound right, but okay, go ahead.
I'm pretty sure they were called Sambos, but if I'm using a slur, shut us down, because I'm doing it unwillingly. But I remember there were those little racist caricatures that, like, people would collect, and they're all like extremely racist. And I'm not going to go into the characteristics, but they were all eating watermelon. It was all stereotypical shit. But it was all white people collecting them.
Right, right.
But it's, the original Elmer Fudd was in that style.
Okay. Interesting. Did
you not know that?
No.
Minstrel.
Minstrel. That's what they're called, minstrel shows. But that's like I think you're talking about something different, and I don't know what you're talking about. But the original, like the reason, like the white glove with the black skin characters, like in the black and white days, that was that they're from like minstrel shows. I think that has something to do with vaudeville or something like that. And blackface, and that's like what turned into. But I don't know what the hell you're talking about. But you're talking about like some sort of like Sambos. Sambos is a restaurant chain.
No, look up Sambo Collectibles.
Is it Sambosa?
It's Sambo. Sambo.
It autocorrected Sambosa to samosa. So now I'm like, first it's a restaurant that came up on Google, and now I'm looking at Indian empanadas.
No, look up Sambo. It's pretty bad.
Sambo.
Yeah.
That's not what's coming up for me when I'm looking at
Sambo. Sambo figurines.
Gotcha. Okay. But that's what. So the original Elmer Fudd was like a figure. Was it like a puppet show?
No.
Oh, these things.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I'm not going to show the world that. You can do your own search. Yeah. Okay. I remember that because I remember one episode of George Lopez. They basically have a garden gnome version of this, where it's like the drunk Mexican with the sombrero over his head. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember my one of my friends growing up, he had a cabin, and we would go up there.
He had a
once in a
what
while.
now?
A cabin.
Cabin trip.
We just turned into Pee Wee's Playhouse. Like,
Yeah.
you said the word. The word of the day.
Did he have the talking couch, or was that? Am I thinking of somebody?
Yeah,
I never saw.
He had the talking couch.
Okay,
But then
gotcha.
you would also have like because it was a live viewer, but they were live all the time. But like up in the right hand corner, it would just have a word, and it was the word of the day. So when anybody said, but it was a normal word. So when anybody said
Right.
the word of the day, like an unsuspecting guest would just say like
Right.
cabin, and they would be like, and, like the camera would
Have
go in and
have
out,
a seizure
everybody
on
would-
screen.
Yeah.
The couch is packing itself up to ship it to Austria. It's a whole fucking
Yeah.
thing.
Basically, like our first subscriber live was like,
Right, exactly. Yeah, our first subscriber live was like, okay, we have to get really drunk and talk about World War One. That was that was what happened when we got our first subscriber.
Hell yeah.
Woo!
Which Mr. Violent shout out.
Hell yeah! Shout out to Mr. Violent. You too,
MIA.
with your
Gone
donations.
but not forgotten.
Yeah. Well, in the arms of an angel, rust your gun in the hot tub. Oh, too much fun.
Too much.
So yeah, dude, that's fucking crazy. So you're saying Elmer Fudd was like that?
Yes. The original Elmer Fudd, but the voice,
Yes.
I'm not even going to do the voice. The voice is so much worse. But
Well, I see. I only know the one where he's like, "I'm Elmer Fudd." Like it's just like fucking weird as shit. That's the only voice I've ever known.
yeah, no, it was so much worse.
Well, and he's constantly like hunting a black duck too. So like, what does that say?
Yeah, and yeah, it was,
And
I'm
I
not
guess
gonna do
and
it.
the rabbit.
I
you know.
can I can do it right now because
No, don't do it.
but I'm not gonna do it.
Right.
I'm not gonna do it.
Please don't do
because
it.
we're having some semblance of success lately. So
It can only go up from here, and it's not going to if you do that.
wait, is it like the R word? Like if I
It's like the CRACK word. We're not allowed to say that and describe white people or something. So
anywho,
the thin
moving
bread
along.
crisps of the world.
Any-
Uh-oh.
anywho, the Ritzes of the
He's
world.
upset. Hold on, I gotta go get him.
Oh no, Zito's upset.
Do you have anything else to
no,
say
so-
about trans cicadas?
I mean, everybody lock up your cousins, lock up your uncles, because the gay cicadas are coming to town. That's all I have to say. Joey might have a good idea of what's coming. Maybe we bring him on as a liaison next time. I don't know. I don't know if that's gonna help anyone, but I will tell you the easiest way to actually shut down a horde of cicadas is a flamethrower from Palmetto State Armory.
Now you're
Uh,
talking. There's several reviews
yeah.
written about that flamethrower, I believe. Several good reviews.
And this would be a good time for home defense. So,
But you only get one
If-
shot.
right. If you're a male listening to this podcast, this is the PSA. Look, get a flamethrower from PSA, and if you're about to get non-consensually sexed by a horde of
Cicadas.
queer cicadas, then just pull the trigger on that bad boy, and the nightmare ends.
Right. Now
Or
your
it
mortgage
starts, I don't know.
your mortgage also ends because your house will burn down. But that's
Right.
okay. It's a
Chalk it up
good time to
insurance. So
it's also a bad time to refinance, so good luck.
yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure the police will believe your story when you
Right.
say you were going to be non-consensually sexed by
Right.
30,000.
I didn't have a choice. These cicadas were coming out of nowhere.
Bullets weren't working. I had to go with the big gun.
Speaking of people being swarmed, let's talk about Aaron Rodgers for a second.
Oh man,
So this guy is just on a
Telling you.
tear.
Dude,
This guy is on a tear.
he really is, man. Like he's always been an asshole, and I mean he's been a bit of a towel his whole career, but at the same time, dude, like he's trying now. Like he's
Well,
applying himself at being a fucking towel.
He went to Peru and did a bunch of ayahuasca and sat in a room in the dark for 4 days, and now he's like everything's a conspiracy. Which, first of all, that's hard to disagree with. It's hard to blame him on that
Oh.
one.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. Like when you get that level of fame, I don't know that this is the most productive thing to come out and say publicly.
Right.
Uh, because whether you do, whether you don't, only like a certain like this weird niche of society is going to agree with you, and everybody else is going to say you're a fucking towel. So I don't
Right.
know that this is taking you anywhere or
Right.
getting you new endorsement deals.
Right.
But
To be fair.
'cause to be fair,
Yeah.
but he's dude. Like if I had that much money, I'd just shut the fuck up. Like I would be in my above ground pool full of cash, like
Right.
waiting around. Like that would be my TikTok video.
You wouldn't have any. You would never leave the compound. It would just be 30 TikToks a day of you going, "Look at how much money I have."
Yeah, it'd be Scrooge McDuck. Like,
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
That's it.
That's the
No,
entire. That's it. That's all you
it,
need to
that's
know.
it. I'm just screwed. I would just be rolling around in cash and
Right.
jewels. Like
Move over, Steve Cohen. I'm
Right.
gonna be absolutely fucking going to town, cannonballs, dives. Like also in the
Same.
cartoon, he just fucking like he actually moves through that gold like it's water. Like he breaks the
Yeah.
laws of physics.
he does.
Yeah.
But I mean, he is a duck. I'm not a duck, so I don't know that I'd be that successful. I'd end
You
up
know-
drowning in gold if that's possible.
You know what I learned today about ducks? That's absolutely terrifying.
What's that? Animal Planet. Shout out.
It's actually film theory. Shout out. They apparently they have a 340-degree range of vision, and they can literally sleep with one eye open, and only half of their brain goes to sleep. It's like the craziest thing I've ever heard.
I didn't know the thing about the brain, but I did know they have the membranes. They technically can sleep with both eyes open because they don't have to close their eyes to sleep. Like they have the membrane,
Right,
like
the water
that
membrane
just-
thing.
yeah, the water membrane, but it also keeps their eyes wet, unlike humans. Like we have to
Huh.
blink or close our eyes.
That's legit.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy, but I mean, ducks are cool, but if we're talking about the bird kingdom, they're not top 20.
No, I mean because there's a lot of fucking cool birds out there, like eagles and ostriches and ospreys,
Murder
and
ostriches,
penguins.
reanimated crows,
Yeah.
reanimated drone crows. With
Whatever you
5G.
do, don't. Oh God! Please stop. But specifically, what Aaron Rodgers was talking about was this, and this is great. So I've heard the biggest conspiracy I've heard with the government in the '80s is the CIA dealing crack in inner city neighborhoods. I've never looked into that personally. Seems kind of crazy, right? I've never looked into that personally, but the more and more that I distrust the government, the more and more I find it plausible. So you know what? That one I'm going to run with. But that's not even what he said. What the gem that he hit us with is that the U.S. government created HIV back in the 80s, which I don't. I guess we've never like truly confirmed the origins of HIV, but like pretty much everybody agrees some dude fucked a monkey at some point.
Yeah, it's that was the explanation, as it came from monkeys,
Right.
and it was something kind of like, I don't know, like we're immune to so many diseases because of vaccinations and time and all that stuff, but like
Right.
we're carriers for things. So if we go to certain places in Africa, everybody's gonna die from being around us because
Right.
we're just carrying this shit.
Right. Well, that was the whole
And,
like smallpox thing when like Europeans came to America. Like they had never been exposed to smallpox, and like 95% of their population died.
Right, and the whole like that Native American genocide with SARS. Like,
Right.
It was like that whole thing. Like, let's just have somebody with SARS roll around in some blankets and give it to them
Right.
as goodwill, and we'll never
Exactly.
see them again.
Yeah.
Which I mean, that's chemical warfare. That's biological warfare at its best. But at the same time, I don't know.
At its
creating
finest.
HIV. I don't know. tip of the cap.
I'll fucking do it again.
Hitler be damned. We did it right. Which
Well, and
I-
it's been a good show, guys. We'll never see you again after that statement.
Right, crackers.
So no.
No. Anyway, so no, it's I think it's highly improbable that was the case, that the United States government created and distributed HIV to limit the population.
Right.
Um,
Especially considering it didn't work because HIV still only showed up in like less than 1% of the population, right?
Right.
So
and it really it was more prevalent in the male homosexual demographic,
right.
and because the chance the chance of actually giving this to someone, actually giving HIV to another human being,
Hmm.
I think vaginal contact is like 30%, but
Right.
anal contact is like 90%.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Um, yeah, it's much higher in anal sex. Like oral sex is way down there. It's almost like
Take notes, kids. Okay.
it's almost 0%. So look, get blow gibbers before you do anal. Like that's your first go to.
But
You just get
what
to
kind of
sit
advice are
back
we
and-
handing out right now?
You get to sit back and they just go to town. That's
I
mean,
promise, Joey. So all of our, I don't know if you haven't really been tuned into the promos this week, but all of the shit that we've been trying to run on TikTok, like it always gets turned down because it's too sexual. And I'm like, this week won't be that sexual. And now we're literally giving advice about how to have sex with people with AIDS.
So anyway, kids, here's what you want to do. With
You
a
never know what's
consenting-
gonna happen.
with a consenting partner. Here's what you want to do. Your first angle is just to sit in the driver's side of your vehicle and just get a Hummer.
Right.
Like that's the safest way around everything.
Sit in the
Um,
driver's side of your vehicle, and the first words out of your mouth are "ass, cash, or grass." What this is
Right.
going to do is it's going to signal to the other consenting party that the only way for you to continue driving is for them to hop on your dick because they're broke and they probably don't have any drugs on them.
Right. And because if they did, they would have a ride already.
Exactly.
Right.
If they did, they wouldn't need your dumbass.
Right. So your next course of action, if you are a heterosexual male, would be vaginal intercourse, or a heterosexual female, and that's
You know, I'm
That's
gonna
gonna be
I'm gonna throw this out here. Let's go ahead and talk about something else.
because we can get wild with this one.
Yeah, I was gonna say, but there's a lot of things. There's a lot of alleys we can go down. Let's just do with a little bit of a curveball in there. So, the next story we have, drive-through daiquiri places. Now, this can definitely also lead to sex, hetero or homo or however else you do it. So, got to be careful with the drive-through daiquiris. But what it can also lead to is apparently running people off the road and barking dogs in the background. So be very
Right.
careful
There's
when you pick up
there's
your
nothing I
daiquiris.
can do about that right now.
That's fine. It's not that big a deal. I just like to bring attention to it every once in a while. So in case you guys aren't aware of, the Superior State of Louisiana.
I think
It is.
Thundercat's doing it on purpose at this point.
she's like beating the dogs.
Yeah, she's just punching her in the ribs.
Exactly. I thought I just heard that, but he's not even up here. So, no. So, the great state of Louisiana has one fantastic feature. It's not crime. It's the fact that you can go to a place of business, buy a daiquiri in a drive-through, and then drive home, and it's 100% legal. And as long as you don't take a drink from that daiquiri, at no point will you be pulled over, arrested, ticketed. I mean, you might be pulled over, but you won't be arrested, ticketed, none of that shit. As long as you're completely complying with the legal boundaries of getting that daiquiri.
Is that the rule though? Like you can transport it, but you can't drink it
Right.
in the car.
Yeah, and obviously that doesn't work for other open containers. Like you can't just have an open bottle of Jack in the back seat. But it does work there is a carve out. There's a little known daiquiri exclusion clause. Which does allow and it's pretty badass.
There's certain flavors that are allowed.
Only certain flavor at certain times of the day too. So it's not
Right.
it's to promote variety.
Right. Anything before noon is illegal. Noon to 4
Right.
is strawberry.
Yeah.
4 to 8 is banana. Anything
Right.
after 8 has to be a lime daiquiri.
There's also the tiger blood on the weekends is allowed.
The pterodactyl blood.
we should go open a snowball stand down there in New Orleans and call one of the flavors pterodactyl blood for sure. We'll just
Dude,
confuse the shit out of
yeah.
people.
Pterodactyl blood. Dude, who would sell shit?
Pterodactyl. Wait, hold on. I'm looking. So it's funny too. I'm looking at this. Hold on. Let me pull this up, and hopefully I can do it.
A magic circle.
If we hint the intro again, I apologize. I'm just gonna delete it. It probably will do it because it did it
We're
last
just
time.
gonna get stomped on by our
Oh,
own intro.
Oh, it didn't do it. Look at that. It
Oh,
didn't do
shit.
it. Okay,
Shit.
so no, but look at this. So there I didn't read these flavors. The flavors are hilarious.
Yeah, great.
There's a Skittles Obama flavor, which. No, look, I could be wrong. It could be the Skittles, and then the Obama flavor, but Skittles is on there twice, so I'm pretty sure it's the Skittles Obama flavor.
I don't know. I was trying to figure out like if you can enhance that. It's hard to see.
That's as far as it goes. Here, I guess I could go in a little bit more. But also, this guy's riding. First of all, this guy's riding on a lawnmower through the drive-thru. So let's just examine this wonderful piece of Americana right here.
That's Soviet Bear, good to see you. The Skittles Obama.
Skittles Obama. I fucking love that. Is Skittles, what is it? What does Obama taste like?
Skittles.
Michelle, your thoughts. Wah, 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 wah. Anyway. Yeah, I mean you got some good ones on here. Strawberry, amaretto, sour, hurricane. You got your normal ones, margarita. I don't know if it's Skittles mango or just Skittles. You got, but here's the. I don't know what the hypnotic. I don't know what the hypnotic one is. Or is it HP Notic?
Yeah, that's hypnotic. That's how you spell hypnotic.
There's a Y in there, and it doesn't end with a Q.
Well, look, they've already scratched out shit and like put different letters on there. I don't know that they're like in Shreveport, Louisiana. A guy with on a lawnmower knows how to spell it.
That's how you spell it in Cajun is hypnotic, just like that.
Just like that. I love it. It's called the Daiquiri Factory with an IE.
Right. It's which is interesting because all they had to do was drop the E, and it still would have been the Daiquiri Factory.
Right.
Like I don't know. Anyway, so it's clearly the most well-educated individuals running this.
This is Shreveport, Louisiana.
Right. Which is, I'm pretty sure, is like somehow is worse, like crime-wise, than New Orleans. By the way,
I think it is 100%.
Yeah, which is like really hard to do. So shout out Shreveport. You guys are leading the world in something. So liquid cocaine, I know. So if you go to like a daiquiri place, like pretty much anywhere in the world, that's one of the flavors that tends to pop up. I don't really remember what flavor that is. It's some sort of like popular shot too, I think, right?
Yeah.
That one pops up, but I don't know what the peach circ is.
Peach Ciroc.
Peach Ciroc. Oh, okay. Is that what that is? Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
And then it's obviously your suicide is everything.
I think basically what they're doing is like a Jamba Juice style. Like you pick your base. And then you pick your first like add-on shot of whatever, and then if you want to go the second add-on shot, that's 2 for $12.
2 for $12.
And where's he
tastes like the
lawnmower?
He's so embarrassed. He tastes like the affordable health. You know, that's a good question. I don't really know. It looks like he had room behind his seat there, so I don't know. A lot of times the engine's in the rear on those lawnmowers, so I don't know, or the battery or whatever. I don't know what the fuck he's gonna do.
See, I never really operated a Z-turn. When I was doing landscaping, I was more doing the weed eating and landscape, and I was doing tractor work and shit like that.
Right.
But
you were doing the bitch work.
I was doing the bitch stuff because I was 16.
Right.
No, as far as like my riding lawnmower that I had, it was a Troy built, which it was a really good lawnmower, but it did have cup holders. So I don't know if a Z-turn has cup holders. I would have to assume that they're like $4,000 lawnmowers. I would have to assume there's a cup holder on there somewhere.
Well, this might have been one of those. It was a $1,500 lawnmower 18 years ago when he bought it. So, I mean, it doesn't look that old. So I don't know.
But in Shreveport, is that not where like Bobby Boucher from Waterboy's from, where he rides the lawnmower everywhere?
Sure it is. That wouldn't surprise me one bit about Shreveport.
Yeah, but I think that's actually a viable, like maybe 20% of all vehicles on local highways.
Like there's a specific like there's a local like law about it, like where they're actually protected. They're an endangered species under the.
Yeah, no, like we have bike lanes here, and they have lawnmower lanes.
Oh, that would be wonderful. Yeah, I'm sure they ride them in the county fair every year too.
No, everywhere has lawnmower lanes. They're called sidewalks. Just fucking like riding clip like a foot out of everybody's yard as you're going.
And it's interesting. I mean, most people, in case you're not an American, most people in America outside of the cities don't walk anywhere, so the sidewalks go largely unused. So you can go for probably a pretty damn good a while before you actually run into somebody and have to make somebody walk in the street because you're on that lawnmower. You're not diverting. That shit's not gonna hop the curb. It has
the
zero
same
suspension.
Dude, at the same time, like especially from like around my area, if you're actually riding and it's clearly you're not mowing
Right.
a lawn
You're
or
not
doing
fucking
anything,
anybody up. Yeah.
if you're riding it to the store and somebody's walking in the other direction, they're gonna high five. Like they're not gonna be mad at you.
Exactly. It's more like, yeah, that's what we do around here, bro. Yeah. Yeah.
Carolina.
Shreveport, Louisiana. Wah, 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 wah. That's the Cajun air horn. Wah, 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 wah.
The Cajun air horn.
Yeah, it's a whole. They do everything differently. It's a whole thing, dog. So all right. So, but the thing is, though, when you eat, drink, consume, whatever fucking terminology you want to use, too many daiquiris. Well, then you go on a fucking wild cop chase.
Dude, this
and
one
it turns
doesn't
into
need
this.
sound, but at the same time, I've seen this happen before. I've never seen the ending quite like this,
Right.
but I have seen crazy shit like this in
Right.
Charlotte.
So this guy obviously he's blocking him in. I don't know if he deserves it or the other guy's being a dick. I don't know. He's getting blocked
Dude,
in. We don't have the context here.
The way the car is driving, he deserves. Well, not everything he gets, but he deserves to be blockaded by a truck.
Right.
Like, because what he tried to do is eat that truck's ass, and the truck wasn't having it. Now it's speeding up, matching speeds with him, and not letting him go anywhere.
Right.
And which is sad. If a truck can keep up with you, you're not doing it right. But you're
Right.
not in a Type R.
Right. So how does this end? Is there any spoilers here?
Poorly.
No way. You wouldn't. Oh, there it goes into the shoulder. He's getting around. And he's blocked again. Oh, and there he goes. Oh shit. Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's
Poorly.
not good for anybody involved.
Poorly.
Whew.
But if you're in the truck, you just keep driving.
Right, exactly. And I'm pretty sure there was no license plate on that video, so we'll see you later.
Right.
Yeah, that's wild, dude. So don't drink too many daiquiris, kids, because it will lead to reckless
This is what
endangerment.
happens when you drink an Obama Skittles daiquiri and then fuck people.
Thanks, Obama.
Jesus, Obama. Look what you did.
I love the concept where. Sorry, but no, you're okay, man. We appreciate you coming, and we had to start a little early today. It's our fault. It's our fault. Don't you apologize for nothing.
It's not our fault. It's Philbo's fault.
No, it's our fault. We share the blame. Josh said it was okay. So anyway, so yeah, don't drink the daiquiris, kids, because you'll end up flipping on the highway.
So I do have a story. Like something like this actually kind of happened to me. Back in Savannah when I was making the trip from the island out to Statesboro. You know, it's all country road.
Oh, the island, man. Oh yeah.
Oh, the islands, man. I was on the islands with the marijuana. I don't know. I don't do a good Jamaican accent.
No, please do the rest of the episode in that. 15 minutes go. So I was driving, man, and you see, I got pulled over.
I was driving a Type R. No, I'm not doing that.
Please.
But you know, it's. Hang on.
Please. Yeah. The pillows.
I was driving the Honda on the country roads. They were taking me home, Mountain Mama. And
they were taking me home. It's so funny because I can totally see the German person saying that. They were taking me home to the Mountain Mama.
I was taking me home to the islands, and the pillows were waiting.
Yeah.
No, so anyway, I'm driving home. You know, I left a little early that day. It was like 3:00, no traffic. That the Statesboro, I forget that road, but it's 20 miles of nothing. It's just two lanes on each side, and there's a Subaru, the STI, that's like basically comparable to mine. He kept coming up and he kept coming up and he kept like the turbo was like
he kept going. Yeah.
And then he kept fucking with me, and I'm just cruising, like, and granted the speed limit was 60, I was going 100, so I was kind of asking for it, but at the same time,
I mean, it happens.
Like and it's rival vehicles. We're technically friendly. Like the Type R community is friendly with certain BMWs and certain Subarus.
Sure.
Toyotas can go fuck themselves. Fords can go fuck themselves. Um, anyway, it's a whole
Hot take.
yeah, it's a whole thing that if you know, you know. But this guy, he wanted it, and I finally gave it to him. I was like, okay, and I gave him the down 40, and that means we slow down to 40, and then on a 1, 2, 3 we go. And because I'm telling you, there was nothing but space. You can see for 2 miles. We were
Right.
fine. You know,
The Thunderbolt cops were not in their ghillie suits in the bushes with
the
the
Thunderbolt cops were still 40 miles down the road.
right.
And so we did it, and you know, I got my little piece of equipment where I can hear the popo coming. But
Right.
so we let it roll. We're neck and neck, and then all of a sudden, we got up to about 130, and I see it coming. There's like this there's this trailer on the side of the road up there, and he doesn't see it. He's looking at me like jeering and shit, and I was doing like this, and I was slowing down, and like he's acting like he's winning and shit, and he's just looking at me and flashing, and it came up on him quicker than he could react to. And it was literally like a flatbed trailer that was pulled over, but there's no shoulder, so like he was still half in that lane.
I love
And
that.
and no, dude, it sucked. Like I didn't pull over because I didn't feel like, you know, getting in trouble, but
And then I just kept going.
no, so what happened is, I mean, if he would have hit that truck, he would have died. But
Right, no shit.
like it would have it would have taken the top half of his car off. But because he was still doing like 130 at least, and
Right.
he saw it at the last minute and swerved into the ditch, went up on the other side of this little ditch, and like ate shit in this like cow fence, and just ate the cow
Jesus.
fence up, and then came back down. Like his car was tore to shit. But you know, I slowed down to like 20 and looked back, and this guy gets out and he's like shaking his head and like smacking his car and shit. And I was like, he'll be all right. And I went,
He's fine. He got up, and then you're like, bam.
and then I went, that was it.
And then he
But,
took off.
And then I was gone. But I didn't feel bad about it because I tried to warn him, and I was peer pressured into it. I didn't want to do it. But at the same time,
Fresh. You see, Mom, when I murdered him on the side of the highway, it was peer
I
pressure.
made sure he wasn't hurt, which I'm sure it didn't feel good. He was bruised
Right.
up and whatever, but he snapped out of the car real quick. But
Yeah, well, he got back. He gave the car a piece of his mind after that. So you
no,
know,
dude,
kind
he
of
was
easy.
smacking the shit out of the car. I was like, it's not the car's fault, bro. You did it.
Operator error, bro.
If anything, it's the flatbed's fault. Like he should have pulled into the ditch. But
There's a lot of things we
I
could have
don't
done
know.
differently that day.
It's one of those, like the other story where I was going like almost 160. I think I hit like 158, and a
Right.
gradual turn in my ass end got a little bit loose. You want to talk about your butthole puckering up, like your light flashing before your eyes?
Only
Like,
for $30. We talked about this.
yeah, I'm like, no, I'll make it wink for $30. No, this is just puckering. I can make it actual.
that,
a wink.
that happens for free.
Yeah, I can make it wink. Um,
Anyway.
But anywho, no, that type of scenario where it's like there's literally nothing you can do except for just pray to whatever god you believe in.
Right.
Because if you hit anything going like even over 130, if you hit anything going 150 plus, you just turn into that. Like
Oh yeah,
if
100%.
if you hit a bridge embankment, you the car and the bridge embankment are now one. Like that's just
You
it.
guys have joined forces.
Right. Right. No offense. R.I.P. to Fast and the Furious guy and guy from Jackass. What was his name? Ryan.
I don't know, Jackass.
Ryan
Fast
Dunn.
and Furious guy was
Paul Walker.
Paul
and,
Walker, yeah,
Ryan
yeah.
Dunn. Which they
Oh,
both
yeah.
died in. They both died in the same type of Porsche. But look, these pussies were only doing 120. Like hit 150 and then let me know.
Dude, I just pulled up the Paul Walker like car accident and like holy shit.
Yeah, but they were only doing 120. Now imagine 150.
Oh my god. It's just a collection of holy fuck.
That's what I'm saying. Anything over 120, you just turn into whatever you hit.
Oh my god. It'll literally turn into this tree because it's completely wrapped around the
Yeah.
tree and it's just a pile of rubble.
Yeah, you just
Like,
become the tree.
That's
Or the tree
fucking
becomes you.
wild. I didn't
don't
even
know.
actually look at it before for some reason.
Yeah, it's the chicken or the egg.
Oh my
but-
god. Yeah.
It's not great. There's no coming back from that. I don't, even the Subaru, the airbags will deploy, but then they become you too.
Right. Yeah, it just all kind of gets jumbled up into one big mess. That's fucking wild. Anyway, all right, so moving on from that. Don't fuck around. All right, we got to go to the chop shop. We got to wrap it up.
The chop shop.
Shop. Here it comes. Womp 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 womp. That's the chop shop, baby. The chop shop. Welcome to the chop shop, ladies and gentlemen. If you've never been to the chop shop before, what it is we take chops throughout the episode. We give chops throughout the episode. Nobody got a chop this episode so far,
except for Bryce Harper. Bam.
Except for Bryce Harper, who gets an honorary chop, an honorary chirp. He gets an honorary chirp too every time we fucking see him. He gets an honorary chop every fucking episode. So do the Philadelphia Phillies. This is a Braves podcast. Get fucked. Also, pretty much everybody. Pretty much anybody else we don't like. I love
the cadence of that. This is an Atlanta Braves podcast. Get fucked.
Yeah. Hey, I'm a professional. So yeah, get fucked. That's really all we have to say. That's it for the chop shop. I mean, Josh, your thoughts?
No, I mean, outside of Bono, like the usual ones.
The usual,
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon. I don't know. I guess the person driving the car drinking an Obama daiquiri gets a chop.
No, it's an Obama Skittles daiquiri.
What did I say?
Just the Obama daiquiri. It's an Obama Skittles daiquiri.
Well, we don't know if they had the Skittles in it, but
I mean, if you don't, you're missing out on so much flavor if you don't get your Skittles in with your Obama daiquiri.
I feel like that too, but if you don't get your affordable healthcare shot in with your Obama daiquiri,
it tastes like powder
for $2.
Right. Exactly. And then they also had what is it? Half quart was like $10 or something.
Yeah,
$11. That's not bad.
They had the sign for the Buzz Balls for $4 next to it, which I don't know if you've ever had Have you ever had a Buzz Ball?
I've never had a Buzz Ball. How strong are they?
They're actually very strong. They're like 20%.
Woo!
It's like one of the strongest things you can buy outside of an ABC store in America, in the American state of North Carolina,
right?
The People's Republic.
The People's Republic, the PRNC.
Yeah.
They're delicious too, according to Ramming Speed.
We gotta go toe to toe on that because, dude, it tastes like my asshole spit some alcohol out. Like it tastes like straight alcohol.
It tastes like it gave the audience a wink, and that's what came out.
Yeah, but the weird thing is they make like weird flavors too, like fucking like mocha and like chocolate. And I'm like, oh,
yummy.
I don't know about that.
I've never had
alcohol.
There's very few chocolate liquor drinks I've ever had that are good. I think a good chocolate or espresso martini, I will say, when it's well made, fucking baller. Anything other than that, get the fuck out of here. That's just disgusting. I usually just swig from the bottle. All right, well.
Cheers, Ramming Speed. Glad you got to join us for a little bit.
Hell yeah. You can go back. You can catch this episode and all of our other episodes on Apple Podcasts. We're getting caught up on YouTube. Apparently, we're going live on TikTok now. I don't really know how that went, so I guess we'll have to fucking see how that went. But if you're on TikTok, give us a follow on Twitch. Check out our Patreon. We got all kinds of shit for you to look at. Get some fucking badass merch. Wear your sunglasses because we're on vacation, baby. And we're live usually at 5 every Friday on Twitch. Today we had a little bit of a shakeup, but that's all right. We'll be back on our regular scheduled programming. I can't get these fucking sunglasses back on properly now. There we go. We'll be back on our regular scheduled programming. It's next week, and like I said, we'll have a bunch of bonus shit while we're on vacation next week at the cabin. So, keep your notifications on. Fucking follow, subscribe so you get the latest on what we're doing. We're going to be going live from the hot tub, from the bedroom, from the arcade, from the karaoke studio, from all kinds
of theater, from the pool,
from the roof, probably
from the shooting range.
Yeah, from the woods that are getting burned down while we're using the flamethrower. There's a lot of shit that's going to be going down next week. So tune in, and we'll probably have a full bonus episode, a mini bonus episode, whatever. At some point, we'll have a bonus episode. And then you can catch us live at 5 next Friday. And just about every other fucking Friday going forward, unless we tell you otherwise. So, like I said, subscribe, follow, get your notifications on. Check us out.
You know, we could always just like post it up like Big Brother, just have like streaming live from the hot tub all week.
Just a constant live stream.
Yeah.
I'd be down for that. Just the hot tub live cam.
I mean, I can bring my mic arm if you want.
Right.
Like,
we'll bring those sleeves, those ice sleeves for your phone, and we'll just keep recording. We'll keep your phone plugged in, and we'll just keep recording all night, and we'll keep it cool. It'll be its own air cooled system. It'll be perfect.
Yeah. We got some good shit coming for you. So I know you guys aren't used to like tuning in during the middle of the week, but it will be during the middle of the week. So like you said, if you don't have us on your notifications, put us on your notifications.
Absolutely.
We're going to be doing some wild and crazy stuff.
Oh, what? It's a wild ride.
Because we're some wild and crazy guys. And you get to meet fucking Gator. You get to meet Slater. You get to meet Cooter. You get to meet Badger. You get to meet the whole fucking crew.
Let's not mention Uncle Joey. You get to see his.
And Uncle Joey. You get to finally meet Uncle
live,
Joey.
Live and in person.
Hell yeah.
He only touched me a little bit when I was a kid.
He'll have his own segment.
Yes.
Gotta get him a little silk sash.
I'll just dress him up like Fred from Scooby-Doo, because there's never been a man who looked gayer than Fred from Scooby-Doo. That being said, we'll catch y'all next week, all throughout the week. Keep tuned in. Catch our backlog, Ramming Speed. Go back and listen to the episode. You know what the fuck